Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Charlotte and today's YouTube video is a vlog. We're going to a book signing. Okay, so I technically started this vlog this morning, but then it was really boring. Like nothing happened. Like literally I did absolutely nothing. I did what I call grown-up tasks, which is me doing all the things I need to do because as my job is considered a private contractor, and so I had to do a bunch of things for the bureaucratic side of modeling, and I was like, no one wants to see this. So I decided to start this vlog right now. It is 4 p.m. We are about to go to my very first book signing. I've never been to a book signing before, which is like so wild to me because I read so much and I love reading so much, but this is my very first book signing and I'm very excited. I'm going to see Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is my all-time favorite author duo, and they are one of my all-time favorite authors, like full stop. They wrote the Addicted / Cowboy Sisters series, which is my favorite series ever, with Throne of Glass, and then they also wrote the Like Us series, which is a series I'm like slowly working myself through because there are a lot of books. And then they just brought out the Dishonestly Yours series. That is not the series name. It's The Web of Lies. So that's also not its name. Anyhow, they brought out that series, and the first book is Dishonestly Yours. Sorry, my mic cut out, and then there was an ambulance. And then the second book is Destructively Mine, and I was really excited, and there was like an ambulance right outside my door, so this is me giving the voiceover. I'm so excited because you get to like meet them, and when I found out that they were coming, I like instantly bought my ticket, and I agonized over it a lot. Like my friends had to hear about me being like, oh my god, should I go, should I not go? But I'm really glad that I'm going, and it's in Brooklyn at the Rip Bodice, which is this like romance only bookstore, and I'm really excited. I've been there before with friends, and actually back then I also vlogged it, but yeah, I'm so excited to like kind of go back there, and I haven't been there since. I however do live in Queens, so this is going to be a cross-borough train ride for me, so I have to go from Queens. If you're not familiar with the New York setup, okay, so we have Manhattan, which is its own little island. On the other side of Manhattan we have the Hudson River, and then we have New Jersey, and then on this side we have Queens, and we have Brooklyn kind of like down here. So I live in Queens, so I live all the way here, so I'm going to have to take a train all the way down to Brooklyn. And the Rip Bodice is kind of far into Brooklyn. It's right by the Barclays Center, which is the sports center down there, and so we're gonna go on a little train journey, and then on my way back I'm not going to go all the way back to my apartment. I'm actually going to stay at my boyfriend's place because he lives kind of like in the middle, and then I don't have to train all the way back because I think it's going to end quite late, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm unsafe with the subway, even though I do take the subway at like all times and I have very little fear when it comes to that. It's like me and my pepper spray, and my pepper spray is like bright pink, and I'm like, come at me, bro. Nothing's happened so far, knock on wood. Where's wood? No, this is wood. I'm not a superstitious person, but with that I am. But yeah, that's the plan for today, and I cannot wait. I actually have no idea what to expect. Like I generally don't know how these things work. Like I think I just get there, and then I just kind of sit and listen. They did say that you potentially might have to stand, which fine by me. I can stand. But yeah, I'm so excited. It starts, so at 7 is when like the authors I guess like start, and then at 6:45 is when like you should like arrive and like kind of get in and like sit down so they can start on time. And then I think it's gonna go until 9:30, potentially less, potentially more, I'm not quite sure. And then after that I'm just gonna head straight home so I can go to bed, so I can get a good night's rest and be fit for my day for tomorrow. But I'm so excited, and yeah, before all of this there was literally a kid like yelling. This is like a fun thing that happened today. So my roommate's home, she's watching You. I watched You. I basically watched all of You, but I didn't watch the last season, and then she started it and she was like, oh, do you want to watch this with me? And I was like, no, I'm good, because I was reading the book The Sentence is Death by Anthony Horowitz, and I'm like really into it, and I'm like loving it, and I'm also listening. So I had the audiobook and I also have the physical book, so I'm like reading ebook, so I'm like reading it on my ebook, and then when I went for a walk I was listening to it as an audiobook. Anyway, I get home, she's like watching that, and I'm like doing like a dad move is what I call it. Like I'm like standing and I'm like clearly watching the TV, but I'm like not interested, and then I keep asking her questions, and she's like, okay girl, like Okay, but she's like so sweet, so she's like explaining everything to me. So we did that, and then we heard like yelling outside, and like we live in New York, like it's fine, like people are always yelling out on the street, but we heard like someone yelling like right outside, and it was like loud, and it was going on for like 25 minutes at least, like consistently, like someone yelling. And I was like, is someone like just being like, I don't know, taken in like broad daylight? So we look out the window, and there's this child, and it's like lying spread eagle on the floor, and it's just yelling. And the father of said child is like looking haggard. Like this man has seen it. This man is done. Like he wants to put this child up for adoption. Like it's clear he's done. Each time the dad would like move, the kid would just like start yelling. Also, this kid is like probably like 9, maybe a bit younger, maybe like 7, and it's like yelling, and like people are stopping, people are asking the dad like if he needs help. The dad's like blowing bubbles, like really sweet, like blowing bubbles, so the kid like would stop yelling. People are like looking out at their windows, like us, like this was happening like right outside, like opposite our apartment, and we're like looking out of the window, and it was so loud. Like it was so loud. My roommate was working from home, and like it was so loud. And then I put my headphones in because I was like, I cannot, like I was doing tasks on my laptop, and I was like, I can't focus. Kept getting distracted by it. Anyways, at one point we took a video of it, and I sent it to like a group chat, and everybody was like, oh my god, like what is happening? And then I was like, wait, like what do you do? Like I was thinking, like what if that's your child? Like you can't just, I would have just walked away. I generally think I would have just walked away, because like what would I even do? Anyways, at some point we heard the police siren, and I was like, oh my god, someone actually called the cops. Like that's insane. But there's always police sirens, and I think they were just responding to something like down the street. But the kid did stop screaming. I think the sirens, it was like, okay, we can't have the police here. But yeah, that was insane. Like that was insane. I think that's like the second time that's happened, because I've heard it before where like someone's been yelling, but it's also New York. Like people are always screaming. Like I sleep with my window open most of the time, and I will like hear people yelling outside my window, and like people are fighting. Like I think someone was fighting with someone one time, and I was just like, I just did not get any sleep because they were so loud. And then one time my roommate was yelling because her cat had gotten out of like the net that like protects the window from flies, and the cat had like gotten out of it, and he was like hanging, and he was like yelling because he couldn't get back in. And I heard that, and in my mind I was just like, oh, it's someone on the street. So I just turned around and went back to sleep, and the cat was like fighting for its life. The cat's fine, my roommate's fine, everybody's fine. But I was like, oh my god, damn. Like I've gotten so used to just like noises that I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna give you a fit check. Also, I'm kind of nervous because I don't do, I'm like I call myself an extroverted introvert. So I'm kind of nervous because I don't know anybody there. But I'm telling myself that it is good, and these are good experiences to make, and I'm gonna have a blast. Like I know I'm gonna have a blast, because life is what you make it, right? If you go in there with the mindset that this is gonna suck, then it's gonna suck. But if you go into it with the mindset like this is going to be great, then it's going to be great. But I still get really anxious, also like around a lot of new people, so this is going to be good. We're facing, it's not a fear of mine, but like we're facing uncomfortabilities together, you and me. We're in this. Okay, this is the fit. Bear with me. I may be out of focus. We're wearing Zara jeans, H&M top. This is really old. I've had this for eons. I actually have 2 of these because I bought one last year, no, 2 years ago, H&M, and then I bought one like 5 years ago, and I still have the one from 5 years ago, and I still wear it. But this is the one from 2 years ago because this has more pigment than I can tell. So we have this, we have Zara jeans, we have socks. I'm just gonna wear some sneakers. We have the hair up in a bun. We have earrings. These are just some gold hoops I got in Germany, and then we have my necklace that I always wear, and like my rings I always wear. The things I never take off. I do take the earrings off, but the rest of it, it's always on. Let's go. I'm excited. Are you excited? Okay, that was low-key the longest subway ride of my life. But we're here. I have to pee, but I have a 20-minute walk, so we're gonna walk, and potentially if I find a bathroom, I will use it. It's so like me to just have to pee when I get nervous. Look at how nice that looks. I'm so excited. Also, I'm in the restroom. I just went into the bookstore, and this one girl was so kind, and she was like, I'll hold your spot, and I was like, slay, thank you.
several times before, and I love this series. I get to narrate this with Erin Shedlock. And I'm going to read a little bit from chapter 1, because there are a lot of this country club with 100 grand membership dues. It's not even my normal. The normal.
That's me. I know. Do you want to high five me? It's for my YouTube video. Oh shit, that was not on the video. Okay guys, that was like a great experience. I had so much fun. Also, Krista and Becca Ritchie were like, oh my god, Charlotte, like we don't get a lot of those names. And Krista and Becca Ritchie actually followed me on Instagram like a while back, and I was like, yeah, like you guys, and like I think Krista was like looking at me, and she was like, oh, I think I know you, and I was like, yeah, you guys actually follow me on Instagram. And both of them like look at each other, look at me and go like, oh my god, yeah, you're the model. And that made my day. That like made my day, because I don't like, I sometimes forget that I model for a living, and then I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm just cosplaying this, and that made my day. And I was like, oh my god, yes. But I got a bunch of like little stickers and like a book card, and I had so much fun, and I made 3 like new friends, and me and this one girl were like talking in the line, and like she was so sweet. So everybody was so sweet, and I was like, this was good, and I'm glad I did this outside of my comfort zone. But it was so much fun. Okay, I'm going to go home, and then we'll talk in the morning. Hello. Okay, it is the next day. Obviously, I went to Trader Joe's, worked out, showered. I'm wearing glasses today because my eyes are just not feeling it. But I wanted to show you basically the book. So this is the book. So it is really light in my room. I'm so sorry. And then they had this coaster for the Victoria Country Club. If you've read the first book, you know what that means. And then we have this, and I thought this was so cool. So you cannot see anything. I'm so sorry. But we have all the characters, and you can't see anything because it's way too light in my room. And then we have some stickers. I got, it's the Reign of Spiders. And then they gave me this like patch to, I think, like put on like a jacket or something. And I might put this on my backpack. I love that patch. And then this is the signature. They said, Charlotte, believe us. And then it's there. You cannot see anything. Let me change my, ta-da. Okay, that was such a fun experience. Now I have to put my light back up. That was such a fun experience. I 10 out of 10 recommend stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something you wouldn't normally do, and just talking to people. I literally just like said like, hi, I'm Charlotte, and then like people started talking to me, and that was like such a fun thing, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. So that was it for today's YouTube video. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next YouTube video. Stay safe, have a great day, and yeah, enjoy some sunshine. Bye!